Hello, and welcome to the Humble Seer. And today I'm going to talk about O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown. And we know that Nicole is no longer with us. May she rest in peace. And we know that Ron Goldman was with Nicole when she died. All right, so may he rest in peace as well. And it was a very violent. And I'm hearing, before I even started this and I decided to do this video, which was last night, I was laying in bed and I just kept hearing the words violent and terror as it relates to OJ and Nicole Brown Simpson. Violent and terror. So let's first look at the overall relationship between these two, okay? Between OJ and Nicole. Let's find out. Let's establish that. Okay. So the relationship, we're getting the Ace of Cups. This is their overall relationship, right? Pure intentions. We're going to stick with that. Pure intentions. Especially as it relates to OJ. Because, well, I feel that OJ Simpson's personality, there's one, his persona in the world, and there's his true personality behind closed doors. And it's a rocky one. It's volatile. It is bursts of anger. It is possessiveness. It is control. Okay? Let's yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Now let's look at how O.J. Simpson viewed Nicole. What was his view of Nicole? Now, before I pull a card, I'm hearing that he didn't view her as a prize. He didn't view her as he viewed her as less than. He viewed her as almost like a prostitute. I mean, I'm just going with what I see, okay? And we know that Nicole was a lovely woman, just a lovely lady. But as far as OJ was concerned, that was how he viewed her. That's what I'm hearing. But let's pull a card. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. Now, I always look at the person on this card because it really does tell a lot. And that person's face is smug. That person's face and it is smug, and they're on a horse, and they're, you know how people say you're high on a horse? Well, this person is up here and these people are down here, and it just goes to how he viewed her. But the Six of Wands is accomplishment, recognition, fame. So even though he viewed her in a negative light, he felt that outwardly, as far as the public eye is concerned, she is a prize. Okay? It was a possession. And I for me to even say it that way, I mean, it was a possession. That's how he viewed it. He viewed her as it. This is my thing that I can put up on the wall. I can hang on the wall and take down whenever I want. Okay, that's just... All right, but let's keep going. How did Nicole view OJ? And I feel like we're going to need to pull 2 cards, because I feel like she viewed him one way in the beginning and a completely different way in the end. But she viewed him as the 5 of Wands. Challenges, obstacles, fights, disagreements, resistance, conflict. This is how Nicole viewed her husband, OJ. None of these things are good. She just, I don't even think we need to pull another card, because this, in her view, and the relationship was just, you know, it was volatile. He held her captive, is what I'm hearing. He kept her in line and in control. Now, we already know how things ended, because Nicole was taken. She was brutally taken. But what we really want to know, in that, you know, so many people have an opinion. Some people are in the side of he did it, and some people are just adamantly he didn't do it. But we're going to pull a card and see if he did. And I'm going to ask the cards additionally to tell us something about the situation that we don't know. Okay? So let's find out. Did OJ commit this horrific crime? Okay. This card is going to tell us, did OJ commit this crime? Wow. Okay. So we have 10 of Cups. That is fairy tale ending, happiness. Now, the fairy tale ending is what I'm going to focus on. Because in the eyes of work with me here, in the eyes of a person who is abusive, and because it's clear that he was abusive, because I at the beginning heard violent and terror, a person who is like that, who is abusive, their fairy tale ending would be that that person is no longer on this earth. Because they possess this person. And this person, I'm seeing, was getting away from him. Nicole was getting away from O.J. Simpson. And a person of his type, with his character traits, is not going to be okay with that. So they've created a fairy tale in public eye, because remember, that's the card that we pulled, right? About how he feels. It's all about how society views things. But behind the scenes, it's a completely different story. So the 10 of Cups tells me, as the seer, that his 10 of Cups, his fairy tale ending, was for her to no longer be with us, because it is destroying the facade, who she started to become, which was her own person, no longer paralyzed and in fear. Although she was in fear, I feel that she was in great fear of him. Yes, so I apologize. I lost my train of thought, because this is very difficult. But a person like that is not, they're going to say, if I can't have this person, then you can't, no one can, and you certainly can't. And so I'm going to end my fairy tale in the way I want to end it. So it did not, we all know that it did not end with the 10 of Cups. It ended with her life being taken. And I'm hearing something about broken mirror, broken glass. There's so many things coming into my mind. I'm hearing punching the mirror. I'm hearing punching the mirror, hitting the mirror. It's like he put Nicole in the mirror. I mean, I don't... He put her in the mirror and he said, you've done this to yourself. You know, this is what you've done. This is what I'm seeing, okay? I mean, I can't... I mean, that's what I'm seeing. You've done this. And that was the end. That was the end. This is the hardest reading that I've ever had to do. And when I was in bed last night, it was like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to bring it up, but I had to. My heart goes out to the families that lost Nicole and Ron. Thank you for stopping by the Humble Seer. And until next time, you take good care.